we get some good knowledge today. So I got some questions we'll be going over, and then so before we get into just the knowledge,
Yes, sir.
just give them a little bit about yourself, just in case they don't know.
Now, before I do, y'all know I like to always come to people platforms with respect. So I want to slap you up and shake your hand, right? Sorry, I had to do it both of them. And shout out to you and your platform, Bob. It's Bobcancount, correct?
Bobcancount, yes, sir.
Bobcancount. Make sure I get it right. Put respect on his name. Shout out to Bobcancount, and I'm gonna get it right because I don't think that this is gonna go bad at all. And per how this goes, it's probably the YouTube platform that I will be on the most. So I'm just letting y'all know now. I am not allowed to be on YouTube. YouTube has my shit blocked. Like I'm talking about, like, anything that detects a number, an email, a device that is associated with me, I cannot use it. But I 100% do not mind allocating my attention from my fan base, especially from YouTube, to this gentleman's YouTube page. Me personally, though, I'm gonna be on TikTok live. So if you want to view me more so than less so, you got to be on my TikTok. But things like this I love to do, and I have no problem. Most likely I'll probably be on this gentleman's YouTube page a whole lot because I'm not making another YouTube page, and that's what it is. Now I'm gonna tell y'all why shortly as I tell y'all who I am. I am like Johnny Cochran 5.0 thousand when it comes to the law. No disrespect, I am better than Johnny Cochran. I said to say this, I am better than Johnny Cochran probably ever will have ever become in his whole life. And that's no disrespect. I said this, I have over 100 pounds of legal work, 60 pounds that I did in less than 45 days. Some of that shit I stayed up 3-4 days in a row. If you seen it at the time, you seen it. I was, losing weight, developing acne. That's how invested I was in what we call investigative journalism. And so I am a legal expert and historian expert, a historical expert. I have yet to lose any case that I've jumped on. I get all dismissals straight pro se. One of the things that made me famous was in 2013 of October, I got a C-class felony, which was specifically criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree with intent to do bodily harm, dismissed in New York State. I bring that up because I got it dismissed pro se after a trial conviction. So I was wrongfully convicted at trial while being represented by at the time I think that was my third attorney, because everybody know I'll fire you real fast. So I think I was on my third attorney, right? And I went to trial with Joseph Moscato, who at the time was a district attorney for 10 years, who had become an attorney. And he let me get convicted of the most bullshit charge and the most bullshit in the world, which I'll go into detail in my documentary. I'm not going to go into it now. But long story short, I got arrested on August 3rd, 2012. I got into a physical altercation while arrested because the police arrested me to do exactly that. So while we was getting into it, my arm got broke. And I ain't never pressed no charges and write it up. But long story short, the police took me, they put me in the box, and they told me I'm going to get out with my arm healed. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. But the reason I bring it up is because in order to cover up the injury, they reprinted out their paperwork. And they said I got arrested on the 24th, which was the day that they let me out the box. So the day they let me out the box, they act like I just came into jail. And they literally erased the whole month of my stay. And I got indicted for criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree for allegedly brandishing a firearm on the 24th, when I couldn't have brandished a firearm on the 24th because I was already in jail. And I have legal mail. I have I probably still got my property sheet when I got arrested. Like, so I can prove I was in jail. Like, I never got the fuck out of there. I was on golf unit. I think I was in cell 39. Like, so that just goes to show you, like, a nigga that was a DA for 10 years let me get convicted of that. Like, the shittiest fucking attorney in the world would have won that.
You paid him?
No. Yeah. No, I wrote his ass up. So with that being said, let's hear. I went to trial. That was one of the circumstances, and there was other ones, but that just goes to show you how much these people don't read and pay attention. And long story short, I went to trial. I was convicted in 3 days, and then I went back to my county jail in Erie County, and I didn't even go to the yard. I went straight to the law library. I got a 330-30 motion. I filled it out, which I still got a copy of. It'll be in my documentary. And in less than 48 hours, I had a fucking a letter from the clerk saying, you are 100% correct. You are no longer convicted of criminal possession of weapons, second degree, case dismissed. But they never let me out. So what they did was they took me to court, and my judge told me, quote, through you guys Joseph Scott, this quote, I'm embarrassed by how I was 19 at the time. I'm embarrassed by how young you are and how well you know the law, and I don't want to be humiliated throwing this case out. So what happened is when my case was dismissed, they never released me. They sent me back to the jail, put me back in the box, held me there for like 4 to 6 months. Then once they basically took away my ability to contact people and nobody knew where I was, they sent me to prison, got the bed out me anyway. So from that experience, I became like a fucking legal machine. And I've been handling cases for over 10, 15 years straight. I got famous in 2015 on accident, but I'm telling y'all now, had I not got famous, I would still be known in the streets for doing this. My phone still would be ringing and people still would be calling me to do legal work. So primarily out of all of this shit y'all seen me doing, fighting or whatever that I'm finna go into, always make sure that you put the fact that I'm a retired teacher or my legal work first, because that's what the fuck that's what the fuck I stand on. That's what I stand on. Outside of that, I am an athlete. I'm 6-1 in K1 kickboxing. I consider myself a kickboxing champion. I won a championship fight, but they never gave me my belt. So y'all take that up in the back. I'm not arguing over that. I'm undefeated. I'm undefeated in Muay Thai. I beat a champion to become undefeated, and it wasn't a title fight. But I just want to let y'all know I have beat champions for belts and never got the belts, and I beat champions in exhibition matches that were not for belts and still beat them. So I'm undefeated in Muay Thai. I'm 6-1. I'm 6-1 in K1 kickboxing. I do music. I'm a really good artist. I have songs with people who are more mainstream of an artist than I would consider myself to be, whether it be Yuck Mouth or Jadakiss or Dizzy Wright or so many people. To be honest, I'm looking forward to working with Marilyn Manson. I would love to work with Marilyn Manson and Chris Angel. They're about the only two people I probably want to work with in the whole motherfucking country. I can give a fuck. So that means that I'm a music artist, and I do a whole lot of other things. But with that being said, some of you may know me from 2020 for going viral for exposing. This is going on YouTube, so I'm finna choose my words wisely. COVID-19. I went viral for exposing that. That got me a call from an ex-CIA agent who's deceased now, rest in peace, Robert David Steele. And he also noticed I was really good at finding missing victims, human trafficking victims, and I even helped him do a little work, right? So like I said, I've never snitched on nobody, put nobody in jail, but like if you go missing, I can't find you.
Is that because most of the trafficking networks, there's not a lot of networks, it's kind of just the main trafficker. Like it's like one group, not necessarily.
Well, it's a lot of them, but it's like a big homie trafficker.
Yeah. So you can kind of figure out who's in charge of who when it comes to trafficking to a degree, because the higher echelons of trafficking, you got I'm just gonna say it, the Clintons, and then you know how they set up these fundraisers overseas and act like they're helping these kids in Haiti, and then they're funneling these kids through submarines across countries.
And not toning that down. Exactly. Well, I got my child. Let me burping it. Excuse me. Not toning that down, right? But that's human trafficking on.
You good? I can edit this.
Right, but I'm thinking when I like I said, I can get you clipped off YouTube. Choosing my words so very wisely. That's human trafficking on like a high level, but human trafficking is really an extraterrestrial crime. Selling people to shit from other planets, organ harvesting glands, like creatures want those. Organisms want those. I don't want them. He don't want them. Yeah. So you got two forms of human trafficking. Gorilla pimping. But you're going to get right to it. Gorilla pimping, straight sexual. And then you have human trafficking where it's like, we don't know if this creature going to eat you or not. Like, we just know it came from this planet and it wants your blood type. It wants your genetic material, and we are willing to let it take you in exchange for technology or whatever it's offering. That's like the real form of human trafficking that nobody talks about.
Are they doing this underground?
Underground, above, in the sky, and what is shit going on? This shit going on in all four elements.
Yeah.
This shit going on in Earth, Wind, Water, and Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they said before 9/11, the trillions of dollars that went missing, a lot of people believe a lot of that money was to build these underground bases.
The day before 9/11, to be exact, $21 trillion magically came up missing. Listen to me. You ain't lose $21 trillion. You feel me? Like, you didn't lose $21 trillion. $21 trillion magically came up missing. And then after that, we had one of the most disgusting inside jobs to ever be witnessed in this current lifetime happen. And that was 100% for two things. One, which we already know, for people to go to the Middle East and commit imperialism, because that's what it was, imperialism, right? But then for two, it was to get motherfuckers off the topic of what happened to all that money. So nobody was asking, the Pentagon to answer for the $21 trillion that was missing, because motherfuckers was asking the Pentagon, did a plane hit it or not? You know, so the conversation switched. But yeah, that's 100% true. Yes, sir.
Okay. And I remember there was an email that got leaked. I don't know if you remember the Clinton email leaks.
Yes.
And she was talking about how the tomb of Gilgamesh, right?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Do you think that had to play with something about going over there? Or is that just...
I'm the one that went ham with the WikiLeaks. I went crazy. I'm the one that got them all. You know, I ain't putting them out, but I got them all. I got to tell y'all fuck around, need this motherfucker. Let me stop one. But listen to me. That potentially is portion of it, but like being obsessed with like ancient ancestry, grave robbing, people been doing that. So like I wouldn't say that's, I'm not saying you said it, I just want to reiterate. That's not the core reason for them going over there.
Right.
That shit come down to, how do I say this? Okay, let's talk about the creature I always bring up, that motherfucking spider. This shit come down to providing resources that our planet produces organically to species who don't have those resources available. And if y'all don't understand that, I don't know what it's gonna take to catch you up. It's like, nigga, if you got the best weed in the whole Detroit, everybody gonna come to you. Motherfuckers is gonna drive miles and miles just to get a dime back. Cause your shit get people high and it's good. Yeah. Right? So like we live on a planet where our planet is famous for minerals such as metals. And we produce metals that help us produce the number one electronics. We have a very, 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 very not just clean besides them poison it, but intelligent water system. Because remember, water is intelligent. We have a very, very, very intelligent, sophisticated ocean. Remember, the ocean is breathing. It is pulsing. It is living. It is a living entity that you can communicate with. We have a highly sophisticated vegetation system, and we have some of the strongest creatures in the world. It's not elephants everywhere in the universe. It's not elephants on every planet. It's not T-Rexes on every planet. So Earth actually, like, on a inventory scale, in comparison to other planets, we really busting. And then one of the main thing Earth is famous for, and I'm gonna bring up, is women. Earth has some of the most beautiful women in existence. You go to another planet, bitches probably got 4 arms, 4 legs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't being up. Probably got 6 titties. Like, I know y'all don't believe it, but like, even in religion, though I'm not religious and I go against the misunderstandings of it, it even say in religion that entities came down to fornicate with women. So Earth is like busting. This is not no bum ass planet where something to just fly by and be like, fuck that planet. This is like if Earth can be compared to like a planet, this should be like the Miami spring break of the fucking solar system. Like Earth is considered a love planet, and that's why it's even spelled Earth. Because if you take the H off the back and put it in the front, it's spelled heart. So this is actually the planet of sexual reproduction, love, and tropical features, and we get visited by species that are intelligent. Some are virtuous, some are viceful, but the point is, some want to do medical experiments. Some want to genetically engineer. Whatever the fuck, I don't know. I ain't back there talking to them all the way. And I say all the way because I ain't the fuck back there talking to them, but I know enough of what the fuck I research and know what the fuck the conversation is going on in the back about. Excuse me, I said say this. I'm pretty much a polymath. A polymath is someone who is a genius in multiple subject matters. So like a mathematician would be a genius, but only in math. And that's no disrespect to them, but they would have to call somebody else in another field to fill those blanks. So they would be considered a monomath. They're a genius in a single subject. I have reached genius level in multiple subjects. And you are talking to somebody who also made history. As I pass it back to this gentleman. Excuse me, and excuse my hiccups, y'all. I had some tequila yesterday. We working it out. Now, with that being said, I happen to be the first person in the history of the fucking world, let alone this country, to be number one with his own independent application, period, let alone for the most important subject in the world, which is education. Otten University, which is an official university, I have permission from Governor Abbott to even use the title university. I was number one on the App Store April 30th, 2021, or at least that's when I noticed I was. I could have been number one the whole time. I didn't know. I noticed and screenshotted that I was number one on the App Store April 30th, 2021 for education. And nobody has been number one for anything. I'm talking about ESPN ain't even number one for damn sports. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm number one in my lane, but I've been number one, period. MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, no disrespect, TikTok. None of these social medias have been number one for anything. I made my social media, I made my app after all of them and got in front of all of them. That's how fast mine went up. And I ain't gonna tell y'all my financial profitings from that app, but what I will say is I'm breaking so many historical records here. Is ridiculous. And y'all need to be watching this shit in real time. And the last thing I want to say, because this is important and it's important to me. I'm the number one Star Wars Battlefront 2 player in the whole motherfucking world, especially the country. I won 2 games yesterday of Heroes vs. Villains with Darth Maul, undefeated. I mean, not yesterday, 2 days ago, undefeated, spanking. And I'm getting, out of 35 kills, I'm getting 24. All my stats is on my motherfucking Instagram, which is Young Pharaoh TM. Go peep them. So I'm pretty much running it up right now. And I'm very happy to be with this gentleman.
Yes, sir.
And shout out to my three beautiful children. I'm also a father, and here we go.
Okay, so here's a question that in history, I think it points to this, but what do you think? Were the pyramids built by UFOs, or was there a technology that they used back then that we don't have anymore?
Correct. I mean, it's not correct. Beautiful question. Now let me answer that. The pyramids were built by technology that never went nowhere. Like, okay, y'all, I'm gonna say this, right? When we get a piece of technology such as this cell phone, at minimum, this shit has already been out for 300 years. So it's like we excited to get hand-me-down shit. We think it's advanced because it is, but we getting a late version of it. Like somebody was enjoying this particular type of shit 300 years ago, 200 years ago, some rich motherfucker withhold it from the general public. So don't ever think that what the fuck somebody was doing 10,000 years ago, they not doing 10 minutes ago somewhere on an island or something. It's just that they're suppressing certain forms of machinery from becoming available to the general public, keeping it outside your price range or even outside your inventory. So I want to say that now, as I take this shot of water and get it in. Hiccups about gone. Let's go. I did 2 lectures on ancient Egypt. I believe this is the first one I did where I actually showed the acoustic, what looked like speakers, even though they wasn't. They just kind of looked like a speaker. And what was used to levitate the pyramids. But the pyramids actually were built with nature. The pyramids was not strictly built with technology and like shit levitating it. The pyramids was built the same way Avatar Airbender bend motherfucking air. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to remember that the pyramids are conscious, sentient humanoid structures. The pyramids are the original form of a smart house, if that makes sense.
Right.
Right, like this was like the first smart house. Like that shit pulse, it vibrate, it you can piss. I'm not even playing. You can piss in a bowl. If you take that shit in the pyramids in Egypt and leave it, the piss, the part of it, the part of the water that's piss is gonna reconstruct itself and it's just gonna be clean water. So the pyramid is like a giant ass doctor in a giant smart house, even though it looks like stone. And this is why the Egyptians specifically used granite, because granite is one of the #1 conductors of electricity, but granite also is conscious. So if y'all don't think rocks and shit think, they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like trees are alive and shit, you know? So I say this, the pyramids were built obviously through forms of levitation, but it wasn't just technological. Some people just don't understand that we only use a certain percentage of our brain in this day and age. So, like for example, I do 2-finger push-ups. Just like Bruce Lee, I do all kinds of shit. Nigga, you would think I was a fucking superhero if I went to the gym. But in reality, I'm just doing shit that motherfuckers should all be able to do, because I still train in the ways of Buddha. I still train in the ancient ways. They say in Buddhism, if you want ancient results, you got to practice the way the ancients practice. So if we want to start building shit like pyramids and shit, we have to start incorporating nature into our means of construction, and respecting the mind and the power of the mind, and respecting the spirit world and the power of the spirit. And that's how the pyramids were built, through cymatic frequencies, acoustic resonances, but also nature helped build that. Because you gotta remember, Egypt was not a desert when it was built. It wasn't. When the pyramids was first built, think of like a beautiful lake with 3 raw ash towers on it with gold, and it's flowing. And the Nile River today is actually what's left of it. It's not what it used to be. It dried up. It was called the Ur now. And it was hotels and all kinds of shit on Egypt. So in reality, Las Vegas mimicked Egypt. So imagine if Las Vegas looked how it looked, but actually in Egypt. And instead of streets, it was flowing water and motherfuckers on boats and bitches and shit. That's how it looked. And ending this here, because I don't want to switch the subject. It got destroyed because of the spider. I know some of y'all want to hear that, and I'm tired of saying it. But I'm going to keep saying it. And that's how the pyramids was built. That's how they still standing. That's how they always going to stand. And I would recommend leaving that shit alone. For y'all continue to piss something off. In other words, just leave that shit the fuck alone, man.
What was the reasoning though that they set up all these structures that are like perfectly mathematical with the universe and how like to the degree, to the angle, the location? What was the point of that?
To avoid giving you the environment cancer. See, a lot of people don't know this. You have to build a structure in alignment specifically with wherever the sun is at its zenith point at 12 o'clock. Because if you don't, you're going to cast a shadow. You're going to create what you call a shadow space where the light is not bending properly around the corner. And then in that space, you open up a portal for a ghost.
Okay.
Right. So the pyramids was built just like all structures are supposed to be being built in latitude and longitude alignment, because if not, you're going to block the sun. And when you block the sun and create a dark space, in that dark space, you create a space for spirits of viceful to come through.
So when I know Egyptians believed in reincarnation, right?
Yes, all civilizations, including now, respect that. Yes.
Basically, what the mystery, I like to read some of the mystery schools, like what the elites, what they put their kids through and what they teach them. They mentioned something about how the alignment also with the stars had something to do with basically keeping them from carnating again. Is there any truth behind that?
Well, it's the reverse. It's to make sure that they properly reincarnated. Because the pyramids, to answer a portion of your question I almost just forgot, are like giant hospitals. The closer you get to them, see, the reason the pyramids are not performing at the level they normally would is because the capstones was removed. But if the capstones get put back on there, you would be able to walk by that and be healed. That shit will vibrate whatever sickness you got in you. It will vibrate it out of you. So the pyramids was, for one, like a giant ass hospital where all you had to do was be in range. Even if you was an animal, just stand by that for a certain amount of time, and no matter what was wrong with you, it would vibrate it out your body. So that's one. Then for two, the pyramids are power plants. The pyramids gave electricity or free utilities to the whole world. It wasn't no paying bills and motherfucking like you gotta go to work and pay your light bill. Like, this shit made sure all our lights was on. All around the world though. So that was a huge form of sabotage to fuck that up.
Who fucked it up?
Invaders, that spider. People that brought that motherfucking spider, whoever the fuck brought that goddamn spider. But I believe the spider brought itself. From my research, let me sip my water real fast, y'all, so I can just flow. From my investigative research.
If you want to take a second to get the hiccups.
I'm riding on them hiccups. Juggernaut, I'm running on them hiccups. Fuck them. All right, let's go. From my research, I have come to find that the pyramids actually attracted aliens. Like right now, what if we went in the backyard and built some shit that was so fire that something came down and was like, give me that. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Because me and you could go to anywhere in the world right now where there's somebody that'll try to snatch that iPad or snatch your camera.
Yeah.
So imagine a creature saying, y'all built what? Give me that. So I believe that the octopus and the spider came here to rob us of that technology itself.
How would the spider be able to use it?
Because the spider web is a satellite. Most people don't know the spider web is a motherboard. It's not a hunting utensil, as they want us to believe. They want us to believe that spiders spin their web and shit just fly into it. The fuck out of here. So they say, and I ain't talking to you when I said I'm saying this, 1 second. They want us to believe that the spider web is like, a catching utensil. It's not. Spider web is 100% a fucking cell phone tower, a satellite, a computer motherboard, thermal fucking binoculars. That shit got all kinds of functions. Spider don't just got 8 eyes for no reason. So when it spilled this web into the pyramid, right? Or excuse me, spent this web in the capstone, it literally itself channeled and intercepted the frequency of our planet, the sun, the universe itself.
Who are they now? Who's the leader of the spider?
Itself. Spiders run all insects, even ants. Ants is like foot soldiers for the spider.
Are they cousins?
And I'm gonna let you ask that question in a second. Yeah.
Are they cousins of the Anunnaki?
You can say that. Because Anunnaki just means spider. Anunnaki translates to arachnoid. That's it. That's the big old thing. Ooh.
So wouldn't that make sense though that they would be channeling that power and that information back to the Anunnaki?
Who, ants?
The spiders.
Well, the spiders are the Anunnaki.
Okay.
Right, arachnoids. That's the actual, just like a snake is classified as a reptoid. Spiders, scorpions, fleas, ticks, anything with 8 legs. Excuse me, that means I didn't say anything. Most creatures with 8 legs are classified within the arachnoid family. Spiders and scorpions are both considered arachnoids. So the Anunnaki is the arachnoid, the spider. I want everybody to know that. It is the goddamn spider. That's what the Anunnaki is. That's what Anakin is on Star Wars. Anakin, Anunnaki, what's his name? Anakin Skywalker. Yeah. General Grievous. Big ass spider droid, right?
Do you think they, do you believe in the ancient astronaut theory? Which is that they came down, intelligence, some type of non-earthly intelligence came down and basically started humanity?
No. And I'm about to answer that right now. And then I'm going to get to this question that was asked me next about the dark web. Okay, right. That's a good question. Now, no. Human life, just like plant life, animal life, is formed organically. How do I say this? Astrobiologically. I got to go look it up. Astrobiologics. Astrobiology. So, genetic material is formed in space, and then it is seeded, if that's a proper word, into the atmosphere and into the soil of planets of whatever the fuck they may be. And then from there, they become organisms. But like some entities are genetically engineered, but even that template came from a organic organism. The poodle came from a damn wolf, right? The donkey came from a damn horse. So the point is this, the template of human life is divulged from space. Plant life, all things actually formed organically in space, and even David Wilcox confirmed that. So it's like fishes formed in the water with the ocean. Humans formed in the earth with the earth. Nothing is mysterious or magical about that. I can prove that in a more detailed setting, or maybe we do something later on. Now I ain't gonna switch up there, but yes, we have to get out of this we have to get out of this ideological thought process that something outside of us is always responsible for us. That's that religious shit. God did it, this did it, Allah did it. Like, no. The universe created a vessel for itself to experience itself in a certain form. That's what it is. Just like you got the power right now to go make a custom shirt or a custom shoe. Nobody made that up but you. So people are so disconnected from animism. Animism, by definition, as I get ready to answer about the dark web next. Animism is the understanding that all biological organisms possess a soul and have a personality. People are so disconnected from that understanding, and we have been so miseducated to think that shit is inanimate, that the only way to fill the hole in their mind of how shit came to be is to give credit to something external, because that's the only thing that would make sense. Because you would never think that water is intelligent enough to form itself, but it is. So we have to start respecting nature as a non-human person. That's the best way. Like, a tree is a non-human person. A water source is a non-human person. Air is a non-human person. Soil is a non-human person. A person is a person combined of all of those things. So really, you just communicating with different forms of a piece of yourself. Right. The thumb and the pinky is still a part of the hand. What if somebody convinced you that your thumb didn't belong on your hand? You would chop the motherfucker off. So that's the truth. The universe is intelligent enough to form itself. And whatever it needs is intelligent enough to create and give itself. And all life forms on this planet have a duty, to share. For example, sharks give us medicine. I know a lot of people don't know that, but sharks are actually doctors. They don't smell your blood to eat you, because you shouldn't be in the water. You're not on a food chain. Like, ain't no shark getting up every day like, I can't wait till I see a human. When they smell you, they trying to figure out what the fuck you do. But they also, when they smell your blood, they tell plants and other fishes to create medicinal substances specifically for what's wrong with you. So if you were sick, a smart thing you would be to do is just put your hand in the water a little bit by the beach. Obviously, you ain't gonna stay there, but once nature detects the presence of injury, it begins to medicate. Right. So people need to start understanding that nature is alive and well, and it is defending itself to the best of its ability, whether we help it or not.
Now, what about the dark web?
Yes. The dark web is a space used to communicate with creatures, one being that goddamn spider, hence why it's called the dark web, right? The web. And, listen, motherfuckers is using digital currencies, cryptocurrencies to pay entities on other planets. Like, if you can get catfish right now by a human, you don't think you can get catfish by fucking alien. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it real. Like, a bitch that don't look shit like what the fuck she really look like can have you drive to a whole nother city, nigga. You wouldn't know that this bitch is not really the one you see until you get there. So it's something that's way more intelligent than her that could convince you to come outside at 2 in the morning. Thought you was talking to a person. So the dark web is the space of the space where digital communication becomes intergalactic. Like, your cell phone is only going to let you talk to somebody earthly. The dark web gonna let you talk to whatever the fuck can send you a signal. If you can get an electrical signal from something 10 million light years away, you can start talking to them. Excuse me, that motherfucker. And the dark web is mainly operated by the spider. And then what are you on? The World Wide Web. But why is it called the web? Why is it not just called a digital space? If you have a digital, excuse me, y'all, let's go, hold on. Gotta get them hiccups out, let's go. If you have a website, right, for your business, why is it called a website? That's a prefix word. Web and then site, space of the web. Why is it not just called a digital space? Or some shit like, why are we, you know what I mean? Like, nobody never questioned why the fuck we use these words. It's because spiders can hold their breath for 40 hours. They live up to 300 to 400 years. Them shits can go outer space. They don't need to breathe how we breathe. And them shits be webbing up satellites and talking to motherfuckers. And they created a space in the digital world where spiders hacked it, probably still hacking it now, to which became the dark web. Where if you get on there and start talking to something, it's most likely not going to be human that talk back. And it has developed a way to actually interact with you financially. Bitcoin and shit. Digital.
What would it use it for, though?
Octopus got 9 brains. Go ask the motherfucker. But you might not want to find out. I don't want to know what the fuck you doing with that money. Because what the fuck is you even... Why the fuck is we giving you money? You know what I mean? Like, yo, like we shouldn't even be dealing with you. But the point is, yes. Great question. What would an octopus want with 9,000 crypto coins or whatever the fuck you call it?
It can't be good. It's not food.
Right, but you got a motherfucker somewhere that they give it to in exchange for
that's
whatever.
That's what I was asking earlier. I'm wondering if they're like teaming up.
Yeah.
With others. That's what would make sense.
Where do you think spyware comes from? Spiders. The ability to tap your phone come from the spider. The ability to trace your motherfucking IP address. All of that shit come from the spider.
Do you think like the elites are paired up with them to a degree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they weaponize them. Listen, the elites got spiders trained the same way police got canine dogs trained. You know, like if you go,
that makes sense.
They got them shits trained. Nigga, them shits will fuck your ass up. Them shits is not nothing to play with. Octopuses too.
Is it illegal to talk to octopuses? Or is that dolphins?
Dolphins, probably octopuses too, but dolphins is aliens too.
And what they can just read your mind? Is that how it works?
Yeah, well, anybody can read anybody's mind by reading the heart, because if I can get your heartbeat in the oscillating force of your heart, I could read your mind, because what most people don't know is the heart has over 40,000 brain cells, which means it not only has and on top of that, it not only has the ability to remember, it has the ability to think. So whatever the fuck you feel, you thinking is what you feel. So you read the mind by reading the heart. That's why the Egyptians put the heart on the scale. They didn't put the brain on the scale. Even the Egyptians would tell you the heart is more important than the brain. Right. If you get shot in the head, you still alive. But if your ass gets shot in the heart, your ass is dead. Right or wrong. That's how important that heart is. So you have creatures like dolphins that use echolocation. Them just read your mind by your heartbeat.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Now, this just
Spider too.
So I can see how they could weapon. What makes sense is how you just said the police use the dogs.
Yeah, and in higher levels of law enforcement use shit beyond the dog.
Right. Now there is voice to skull technology.
Right.
I don't know if you heard of Amy Eskridge. She's one of those scientists that went missing out of the 11. You heard about all the scientists that have been going missing?
Recently, because so many have went. Which ones we talking about?
Well, yeah, she went missing not long ago. But the thing was, she said she would be in her room working on her computer, and she would sit next to a window, and she was saying that she was getting zapped by something.
Correct.
And her hands would be bright red.
Correct.
And then she was getting voices in her head telling her to go out to the barn at night.
Correct. What did we just say like 10 minutes ago? Something could tell you to come outside. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you right what the fuck it was. It's either a creature or somebody from somebody's government with one of them weapons. I can't think of the name of it. Where they could send you a thought wave to your brain. They can make you suicidal. You know, I can't tell you to come outside. Just sending you messages like, what if I could just text you a thought?
That's fucked up. I think they are using that on people.
Oh, nigga, they've been doing that shit for years. Make you have a brain aneurysm. That shit will make you. That shit will induce a medical side effect that'll make it look like you died naturally.
And I see they mainly use that on scientists.
Yeah, because it's hard to kill a motherfucker that could talk to forensics.
Yeah.
It's levels to this shit, as you know.
Yeah.
You can't scam us. It's hard to scam a scammer. What you gonna punch a scientist in the face and cover it up? Like, nigga, by the time you go home, they gonna have the whole case already laid out. This is a scientist. They gonna write in forensics on you.
She also mentioned, on her last interview before she died, she was like an exotic scientist, so she worked on like reverse engineering crafts and shit. But she brought up about P-47s and P-52s, which is humans from year 47,000 and humans through 52,000. Now, what I've been doing my research and what I've been reading is that this could possibly be a timeline war. And that...
Well, it is. But keep talking.
And that the reason they say it's a timeline war and that... Because it's not just... they're also killing biologists. They're also killing... It's not just people that are working on free energy. It's all types of scientists. And what they're saying is they want to stop these people so it doesn't alter their timeline.
Yes, because they're forcing you to exist. They're forcing people to exist in what Buddhism calls the realm of illusion, which is that which you can experience but does not really exist. Let me give you an example. It's not a cigarette in the world that grew off a tree. Yeah, you can smoke a cigarette. But if you told somebody at some point in time we would smoke a cigarette, they'd be like, you are fucking crazy. Like, I've never heard of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a cigarette, like that's real, but it is. Snickers, candy, none of that shit grown in the forest, but you could eat it. What people don't realize is, and I'm backing up what he said because he's 100% correct. Now is the only moment that will ever exist because it's the only moment that truly ever existed. We use calendars and clocks to document finite behavior within infinity. There's really only infinity. There's no such thing as what's today? June 4th. Somebody made that shit up. But why? So that way they could document their behavior and not lose their fucking mind. So it is a timeline war because you have a lot of people here, whether they acknowledge it or not, whether they know it or not, they are trying to force calendars and force languages on humans, animals, because animals speak languages too, and all living organisms that are not only hybrid but not organic. And now this has become the timeline war. Because somebody think it's 2026 and Jesus died 2,026 years ago and they willing to fight you to the death about that. But then somebody think Muhammad died a little after that, so now he think his calendar right. So this nigga say it's 365 days in the year. The earth is 6,000 years old. Jesus died 2,000 years ago approximately. That nigga go to war with you about that. This motherfucker think the Big Bang Theory is real. His calendar is different. He speak whatever language. He would go to war with you about that. Excuse me. Now you got the original timeline, which is just uninterfered with consciousness, being abused now and oversaturated with historical perspectives and periods that don't really exist. And that's the core reason for spiritual warfare and timeline war and all of that. Who the fuck is controlling how many days is in a year? Who the fuck says how many days is in a month? And who the fuck say what language you speak? And whoever control those, like the three bases on baseball, and we all ready to go. What the fuck, you bases loaded? If I could control how you communicate and control what time you communicate and what day you think the fuck it is, the whole world going that way, you going that way. And that's what the fuck been going on for 6,000 years on this planet or more.
Do you think there were civilizations that, because what she was claiming is that these P-47s and P-52s, those are products of, they're from this planet, but they survived pole shifts. So do you think there's like past civilizations that get wiped out every, let's say, what they say, 10,000, 11,000 years every pole shift, and then some make it, or do you not buy into that pole shift theory?
To a certain extent, yes, but no. Some people get wiped the fuck out, but for the most part, how do we know some people didn't go into hiding?
Yeah, makes sense.
Bam, now we right back. I always do that. So you ain't got to find where the error was. It's going to come right up. Okay. Now watch me flow right back into it. Pole shit, right? For the most part, with that being said, a lot of people probably retreated from something. Like, where am I going with this? Like, okay, they told us meteors killed the dinosaurs. Obviously, dinosaurs are still here. But then it wasn't even meteors. It was big-ass tarantulas that was so big you would think it was a rock. So if they would lie to us about, if they would tell you that a big-ass tarantula was a rock, you understand what I'm telling you? Yeah. Imagine it's a 30 fucking foot tarantula. Because you know the military got parachuting from spiders. You know, spiders jump off shit and use their webs as parachutes.
Really?
Yeah. So imagine a tarantula so big it was just flying by our planet one day and was like, oh, I'm in there. And a motherfucker lied and told you it was a rock. But that ain't no rock. That's a big ass motherfucking spider coming down here to fuck shit up. If they would lie to us about being invaded by giant spiders, they are going to lie to us about how alleged ancient civilizations came to an end. But I'm going to tell you, everybody ran off to avoid that spider. That's what it is. That's what happened to every ancient civilization. They were overwhelmed by parasites, particularly spiders. And you had to leave.
What's your opinion on time travel?
Oh, I did a whole lecture on this, so that's real.
For sure.
You can do that.
The elites. Can you...
Anybody can do that. You can do that right now.
Do you enter a separate timeline, though? Like a separate alternate universe, though? When you go back? Like, are you still in the same timeline?
Well, what you're doing is you are interacting with a signature of energy that is no longer fresh, but still there. Like, it's like hitting rewind. Like, this is the same wavelength footage. You just went back to that part. When really you're supposed to be up there.
Okay.
But time travel is easy. That shit is based upon speed and light bending. That's the simplest way I can say it without somebody trying to try this shit. That's why I kept, if the camera turned off, nigga, I tell you why the camera on, I'm gonna just keep it simple. Cause ain't no telling which y'all to watch this shit and try it. Yeah, I mean,
so it's not that hard, you think? If you got
it's the easiest shit in the world to do.
If you got the money, you think you can do it?
You don't need no fucking money to time travel, man. You just need to understand how to bend light, and how to generate a certain atmosphere through what you consider slow and fast speeds.
So you think they use it to stop like massive events?
Nah.
No. Why not?
Because they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, makes sense.
They don't give a fuck.
But you couldn't stop something coming from space, though. Isn't that correct?
You can stop anything that you fucking properly play defense against.
Yeah.
There's not a strike in the world that cannot be dodged. You only get really knocked out by the hit you didn't see coming.
So you think they use this, though?
I know they use this. I'm telling you. Like,
what about
somebody might be doing that shit right now, like Doctor Strange.
What's up with the picture? Isn't there like the dude that used to be like, you could find him in a bunch of those old pictures? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No.
Potentially. I don't know his ass, but he in them pictures.
With the
That's what I'm saying.
So do you think he is one or no? Like Jen,
we all are time travelers. The real way you should, I think you weren't trying to phrase that is he an advanced time traveler? Because we all like, you know when you in a rush and when you moving slow?
Yeah.
That's a form of time travel.
Is he an advanced
time traveler? Is this motherfucker consciously going 40 and 50 years forward and in reverse? That's the question.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe, I don't know his ass.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's what I say. All I can say is I seen the picture. I don't know his ass. Like, but
he look like a little off.
The motherfucker probably consciously is getting up and saying, bitch, I'm going back to 1940. I don't give a fuck, nigga.
Oh, you think he's solo? You think that's a solo mission?
Well, you have to go solo. Because it's you.
Right.
You can't do that with. That ain't like no group. That ain't like no group meditation. That's you. I don't like to use the word manipulating. That is you influencing literal electromagnetic waves to recalibrate an experience that either you or some other organism has already had. That shit is just like on Batman, right? If you play, I believe it's Arkham Asylum. Remember Batman had developed that technology where he was able to go into the rooms, and even though nobody was in the room no more, that nigga could get liquor molecules out the air. That's what Batman was doing on a minute level. Time traveling, still picking up the literal fabrics of space that you interacted with, and then catching up to you off now. 5 hours ago, you was in this room drinking whiskey. How do we know? Because we made the room cold, slowed down the vibration level, then tested the motherfucking molecules.
That's some advanced shit.
Yeah. When you slow down light particles, they become more focused and concentrated. That's a whole dimension in its own. When you speed them up, I'm not gonna say they're not focused. They just not laser focused. But that's a whole nother dimension. You could, if you want to pass through a solid, you got to vibrate fast. I ain't gonna do too much, but you can time travel. It's not hard.
Do just one small little hint on the time travel. Just if
gas, liquid. If you understand the science of gas, liquid, solid, you can time travel
in your garage,
anywhere in this world, or on any planet. If you understand,
it's universal.
It's something that you can't turn off. It's like swimming. Just learn how to swim and you can swim. And then any world you go on, any planet you go on where there's water, you can swim.
And what's funny is the couple people that I have read that they think have unlocked time travel, you never see them again.
Right. Because it's easy to get somewhere. It's not easy to get back.
Right.
Or it's easy to do something underneath and I'm not saying that they ignorant, but they probably was doing that shit and had no true respect for the spirit world. They probably did that shit and was like, oh shit, it's a creature or a demon or an angel. It probably lost they balance or something. You know, like people do shit all of the time. It's like probably like the first motherfucker that ever played with a Ouija board. They probably was just playing. They probably did not know that they was actually gonna talk to a spirit. They probably was like, man, whatever. And that motherfucker started spinning and talking. They probably was, shit didn't even have to kill you. You killed your goddamn self.
Yeah. So
people who play with shit like that and don't respect or understand the forces of nature, most likely they did the damage to their damn self because they probably shocked themselves into a state of disbelief where they didn't do what they were supposed to do to come back here. What if you seen some shit and it shocked you so much you can never unsee it? Shell shock, that's the word. Yeah, playing too fucking much with something you don't respect.
Yeah. So with a lot of these recent space missions?
Yes, sir.
There's just, I know NASA's pretty much a scam. I'm not saying space isn't real, but it seems like it's a way to just funnel tax dollars, and then they act like they're going up there, and then they get to keep a bunch of money. I think it's $60+ million, damn near. I don't know if that's a year or a day. Don't quote me on that, but it's a shit ton of money. They make. Are they not going up there and for a particular reason, as in, are they hiding where these countries are actually at? And like, are they lying to us about like where our countries are? Is Antarctica bigger than it actually is? And
they lying to you about the size of them too. Man, listen to me. I said this shit earlier in the airport. I'm gonna say this shit again. I am not a terrorist, but I keep it real. 98% of whatever the fuck these people had told you was intentionally, deliberately not accurate. If it's not 100% a lie, it's an inaccurate truth.
So you think Antarctica is bigger than what they're telling us?
I know that every country is a different size than what they're telling us. It ain't even just Antarctica. Every single landmass on this fucking planet is not the true size that they showed us on maps. It's not even just Antarctica. It's close your eyes and the nigga just touch something on the map. You know what I mean? Like, we have been lied to about everything. We even been lied to about goddamn how hot and how cold it is.
What's the point of them not showing us the actual true land masses?
You're gonna develop cancer because you would never have a stable answer in your mind of reality. You're gonna grow one day, and when you start questioning life, you're not never gonna get the answers to them questions.
You think that makes you sick?
It makes you go fucking crazy. Makes you go insane.
But I feel like you can get the answers, though.
Right. Where you gonna get them from? That's the question.
That's the $1 million question.
Mm-hmm.
But you can get them, though. They're out there.
Right. If the motherfucker ain't dead.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Where you gonna get them from? A motherfucker that's been assassinated? A book that they done took off the shelf? You know what I'm saying? Like the defense that they play on censorship, it's like A1, A class. Like it's hard to get them answers. And then after you get them, you may not have gotten them in time. So it doesn't matter when you got it. It's like a motherfucker getting found innocent 30, 40 years after being on death row. This nigga is 60 now. He can't fuck no hoes. Don't no bitch care if he got $1 million.
Yeah.
Is a bitch gonna pick a 60-year-old nigga with $1 million off of over an in-shape nigga in college? No.
Yeah, no.
Right, so it's like y'all lied to us for all of this time. We gotta go through life-threatening obstacle courses to get the truth. Then when we get it, we didn't got the shit so late that it's not even relevant anymore.
Oh, it's just for control, right?
Right. To control what you do with your life by controlling if you are a critical thinker or not.
And that has to do with money, or is it deeper?
That shit has to do with your literal soul and mind read. It's like a cheat code. It's like, okay, let me give you an example, right? What if I was a thief, but I was a translator? You got to tell me all your ideas, motherfucker. Like, you don't speak English? You an inventor, and I'm a translator, but I'm a stone cold thief. What you want me to go in there and tell the patent people? Fuck his ass. This is mine.
Yeah.
How would they know I stole it from you? They don't even know you exist. By the time you get up and say it's yours, I can be like, he's trying to steal my invention. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, imagine that flip. Like, it's pretty much what the government is doing. The government's job is to divulge information. It's actually illegal for them to classify anything. That's actually the opposite of their job. Their job is to make sure you know everything. That's their job. But what the fuck they doing is withholding as much shit as they can. And then if they don't get rid of you, they giving you what you was looking for so late down the line that you can't even use it no more. It's like people just now figuring out that Martin Luther King was not shot to death. He was smothered in the hospital by a doctor. And that's not funny. I don't want y'all to think I'm laughing, but the point I'm trying to make is this. What the fuck can we do in 2026 about that? You waited till 2026 to tell us that shit. Motherfuckers been mad at the wrong motherfucker for like 60 years. Then they're like, you waited down there 60 years to tell us the doctor killed this motherfucker. He ain't get shot, so y'all lie. But they did that on purpose. You know why? Because with justice, you gonna get out the doctor. He's dead. Same way, the bitch that lied on Emmett Till waited till she was on her deathbed to say she lied.
Yeah, they just give it to you when it's too late.
That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, nigga, yeah, like, right away, you've been in jail for 40 years and we knew you was innocent, but we gonna tell you you're innocent now. You might as well leave that motherfucker alone. He's safe about to die. Or she's about to die. So that's what the government is doing.
On the government, because you were one of the first to cover Pizzagate.
Yeah. I'm the first to get it right. I'm the one that got it all the way right. I'm the one that proved it was a basement in Comet Ping Pong. I'm the one that proved that.
They said the whole block was in on it.
The whole motherfucking DC was in on it. Yeah.
What led you to Pizzagate?
I found that shit on accident. A lot of shit I found, y'all ain't gonna lie. Like, I didn't know I was gonna find it. I ain't gonna lie, like, I knew that shit was there. I found that shit looking that shit over here and then saying, oh, what the fuck is that?
Hold on.
Right, so I'm like, I found Pizzagate studying and researching the fact that Obama is not a natural citizen. Because you know you can't be the president in a million.
Hold on. Barry Soetoro.
Yeah. Exactly. So I was on Barack Obama ass about basically infiltrating the government because that's what he did. No, I'm not a coon. You ain't got to jump in my man comment section. I'm talking about a black man. I'm going off the rules and regulations of the Constitution. The United States Constitution says you got to be a certain age, which is 35 to be the president. But more importantly than that, you have to be a natural born citizen. Obama, if I'm not mistaken, is from Zimbabwe. But if not, he's damn sure from Africa. He's not from Chicago, so he lied. He committed identity fraud in front of the world. And you gave the nigga 8 terms. So I could just go run Google right now, huh? I could just become the head of Google Tech Department and tell them I graduated from fucking Princeton with a computer goddamn science degree, and they'd eat that shit up and give me the job for 8 years. So it's like, look how much people don't check paperwork. You let a foreigner come get 8 years of control of the Air Force, the Navy, the Army, the CIA. This nigga dropped like 50,000 bombs. This nigga just was wilding back there. And you know why he was wilding back there? Because he knew he wasn't supposed to be back there. I would have been wilding back that bitch too. Let me see how much damage I could do for they figure out I'm back here. Fuck it, we go to war with them, fuck it. Fuck it. Because I ain't supposed to be, I'm just pushing buttons. So they had a nigga back here. The American president was not an American. And then in me researching Obama, I came across the fact that he had a sexual preference that's said that let's just say he had a sexual preference that's not standard. That's a nice way to say it. And then I realized that this nigga started ordering $60,000, $70,000 worth of food.
Hot dogs
and shit. Who the fuck eating $70,000 right up? And then that led me to Pizzagate. Then the rest is what it was. But like I didn't get up and like know that shit was there. I just knew that Obama ass was not supposed to be the president ever. And if you research that, it's gonna lead you to Pizzagate. You can't miss. You're not gonna miss that. If you miss Pizzagate, you wasn't really checking Obama. You're not gonna miss that.
Yeah. You're
not gonna miss that.
So what were they doing at comment?
Keeping my words clean. Sacrificial shit, all kinds shit, torture, all kinds of shit.
For the elites?
Well, for the elites, but also just, like I said, like, some people just sick-ass gorilla pimps. Like, what if you was a pimp and you had a bad bitch, but you just didn't care who you sold her to? Some shit is calculated, some shit is reckless. Back in the day, they was whipped. They ain't give a fuck, they wanted their money. We got a bunch of motherfuckers back here that we selling Do You Want One? Some motherfuckers is doing rituals. Some motherfuckers there just for the little temporary moment of gratification. Obviously, it's a crime, but the point is, it was so many different types of people abusing them kids that I'm not gonna lie to y'all and say like it was for one thing. Like I said, a bitch that got a pimp and sell pussy, that bitch fuck so many different kinds of niggas. That bitch fucking doctors, crackheads, killers, shooters, police. She don't have a type of nigga. So I'm not gonna be like, it would be wrong for me to say that's what you was back there doing.
You think if you were powerful and you did go to Comet Pizza, you're guilty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Gotta be, right? Yeah.
You know what the fuck was going on in there? Right or wrong? You know what the fuck was going on back there? Listen to me. Who the fuck, excuse me, let's be honest. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Let's be honest. Who the fuck going to eat at a pizzeria?
Yeah. I mean, I pull up to one every once in a while. Not inside. I'm getting.
You ain't staying in there.
Yeah, I'm getting.
You getting a pizza and going.
Yeah, yeah.
Like nigga, me and you not taking some bitches out to eat at no random ass pizzeria.
No.
And if so, it gotta be Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut, the only motherfucking place we gonna look regular and I'm gonna respect us sitting there. But for the most part, pizza is a mobile food.
Yeah.
It's not like lobster and shit you gotta put a glove on, you know what I mean? This is a fucking slice of pizza. Who's spending all this money on pizza and going out to eat pizza? And you rich already, and you famous already. Like, so you became a millionaire and you just couldn't wait to buy a pizza. Like, you knew what the fuck was going on in ping pong. You knew exactly what the fuck.
So they had like dungeons below it, right?
All kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I said I'm the one that proved there was a basement down there. I'm the one that clipped it. I'm the one that caught Hillary lying about that. And what's his name? John Elefantis?
Yeah. You know he's supposed to be a Rothschild?
He probably is.
Yeah, they say you're a Rothschild.
I don't give a fuck what the nigga is. I know I caught his ass lying about that basement. So stop playing with me, nigga. I'm nice.
Why did the dude pull up? What was it? They said the hard drive got shot, but I don't. They spun that in such a smart way because it made it look like he was.
Oh, they get out of shit.
He was trying to stop them.
Yeah.
He's a conspiracy guy, but he hit the hard drive.
Well, they probably fucked that shit up themselves and blamed it on him because they was setting him up anyway. And if this a Caucasian gentleman, I'm defending him. When you're right, you're right. It was a nigga that caught on to this shit, went in there with that chopperella, and did what he did. Now, I ain't gonna say I approve of that, but what did they do to that Caucasian man? Put him in front of a black woman.
No.
Yeah, put him in front of a black woman. Why? So if he buck up and show some aggression, they could be like, you're racist, calm down. That's what they do. Put black people in front of white people, white people in front of black people, and then play the race card to totally shield what the fuck you really actually mad at. What did this black woman judge do? Who should be charged with official misconduct and executed? What did she do? Said the nigga was crazy and gave him 5 years. But he not crazy because I proved. Did I not prove that he's not crazy?
Yeah, yeah.
Bitch, why you didn't call me? I would have came right in and said, this nigga ain't crazy, bitch. You ain't been in the basement.
So he didn't hit the hard drive though, right? They
not to my knowledge.
They just said that.
Yeah, because they probably broke it and blamed it on him. Why not? You already got a nigga going down. You framing him. He came in there and lost some shots.
Do you think someone convinced him to go do that? That is
he convinced himself to do that.
But the timing is almost like someone was in his ear to go do the shit, though.
Maybe, maybe not. But he probably was just mad as hell.
Yeah. You know about the Charlie Kirk thing, right?
Yeah.
Tyler Robinson.
Who was Tyler Robinson?
The supposed shooter, the kid.
I never knew his name. Yes. Keep going.
So they say the mic. Well, the theory is the mic. That's like the best theory is the mic exploded in the guy. It hit his neck. Basically, the company Accurate Energetic Systems, they had a warehouse in Tennessee. I believe that's the state that got government contracts to, I guess, build something. And that whole warehouse blew up with 15 of their workers inside and they all died. And that whole thing got obliterated into pieces. But I'm still trying to figure out, this is why it correlates with the Pizzagate shooter. How are they convincing these people to go be these patsies?
Well, I wouldn't say they convincing these people. I would say that you ever watch Snapped?
No.
Okay, well, but put it like this. If we got a dog, there's only so much abuse that dog is going to take, even if it's the family dog. Even if we raised it since we was kids. Before that shit tried to attack us and kill us. So some people just wake up and be like, fuck this shit. It's on. And I think that they got to that point. And I ain't going to say that that's wrong.
So they just knew he was going to go do it?
No, they didn't know he was going to do it. But they lit his ass up for doing it. You know what I mean? They made sure he went down for shit he didn't even do.
But he didn't do it, though. That's the thing.
Who, the nigga that shot at Pizzagate?
No, the Charlie Kirk shooter.
Oh, well, They don't give a fuck that he didn't do it. This is America. DAs don't prosecute people that do shit. They prosecute whoever the fuck is in front of them for them stats. DAs just want convictions because they get bonuses for convictions, and then they want to go become governors and shit. I don't give a fuck if you really, and they're not within what's called the interest of justice. They're looking for a payday and a number.
Do you agree that human trafficking is the most profitable illegal business?
Before I say yes, let me confirm, because I'm ready to hit the Cat Williams voice and say, well, yes, I didn't. But let me make sure. Unless it's something the fuck going on, yeah, man. There's something the fuck going on, yeah, man, we ain't catch up with you yet. I want to say yeah.
It gotta be.
And not only is it the most profitable, it's the longest running.
It's straight drop.
That shit been running for like 20,000 years. People been selling other living organisms like, yeah, I mean, like, nigga, nobody's.
It's not funny. This shit's not funny.
You
We're not
for sale.
laughing.
You for sale, the fucking rhinoceros touch for sale, the fucking elephant touch for sale. In a minute, I'm telling you, they gonna try to be like, y'all gotta pay an air bill, like we putting a dome on your block. We only gonna let so much fresh air in.
I think they're gonna do that with water soon. Because
do not ever let nobody get that bold to do that. No disrespect. Don't you ever be no pussy ass coward to let them get that damn thug.
Yeah, the air is crazy.
Jesus fucking waste.
But I think they're coming with the water.
They already trying it, yes.
Because the data centers, they're trying to treat it like they're trying to treat it like it's biological and say it has to have fresh water. You can't recycle it.
Right.
It has to be fresh.
And that's why they fucking it up now. Just like we were talking about earlier, Flint. That's why they fucking it up now. So that at some point in time they can say, ooh, it's only so much clean water left. We got to start regulating it.
Charging for water is just criminal, though. And I think that's...
And they don't give a fuck.
They don't.
Because they lazy.
I think they're genius, too, though.
Well, yes, but in a diabolical way. But also super lazy. Most people that do high-level crimes of theft are lazy. Trust me when I tell you that. People that's lazy do shit like that. Sell motherfuckers.
Yeah, humans, yeah.
Steal shit.
It's easy. It's not easy. I get what you're saying. It's not easy, but if you got the connections and people that look the other way, and it's not...
Right.
It's just...
Me and you gonna get up. We gonna go do an event. We gonna put our work in. We gonna make our money. Somebody else just gonna scam the fuck out of somebody. That motherfucking scammer is lazy. So the problem with the majority of people in our government is they're not hustlers. They're lazy. They just like, well, I'm gonna watch you accumulate as much wealth as you can, then I'm gonna take it. If you 100% ask me the enthusiastic or inspirational spirit behind crimes, I'm gonna tell you right now, most crimes is committed because the motherfucker was lazy.
Yeah, taking the easy way out.
Right. And just like most cowardly people are the most brutal. Yeah.
I don't know. You might have been locked up at the time. Do you know anything about Epstein Island?
Yeah.
Did you ever look into that?
I'm the one that did the whole damn.
Okay.
I'm the one that did the investigation. I got the best one ever.
What year did you do that?
2019, 2020.
Oh, so you were.
My shit was done. I feel like that lady that was on the news. I can't remember her name. Caucasian woman. I think her name was Amy Winehouse or Rachel something. She was like, we had the Epstein investigation, and they did. Remember that clip? She's like, they did. She's like, we had it years ago. I feel like her. I feel like the black version of her. Man, I had so much shit on Epstein. It's damn near 10 years ago. Nobody cared.
And you agreed that he was with a specific country to that we can't talk about.
Oh, it was even worse than that. Yes, I do agree, but it was even worse than that.
Yeah.
Wait till you find out that nigga wasn't a real billionaire. Wait till you find out that they went and got a random motherfucker and just made him into somebody he wasn't and propped his ass and put him over here, just like Obama. How we know Obama wasn't a crackhead in Zimbabwe? And they just was like, nigga, we gonna give you this much money if you go to America and say you was from Chicago. You know where the fuck Epstein come from? Epstein don't got a degree. We don't know what college at. We don't know shit about this motherfucker. He wasn't a real billionaire. He don't own no businesses. He wasn't a... What did Epstein do to make him a billionaire? Nobody knows. Was he selling heroin?
I mean, I agree with you, but there's one part that sticks out where I think he did accumulate some wealth was, I'm pretty sure he was big into cloning babies.
But that wasn't him.
No, it wasn't him. No, yeah, so he probably wasn't the... Yeah.
That was the ISREALI Mossad.
Yeah.
Unit 8400 doing that.
Yeah.
Epstein didn't have the wisdom to do that.
No.
He was a prop. He was a prop for motherfuckers that had the money and had the manpower behind them. And he fucked this country up for over 30 years. Infiltrated the shit out of this country. And the nigga damn near was a random... And this is no disrespect if you do drugs. I'm just talking shit. Imagine America being infiltrated for 30 years by a random crackhead. Like, this wasn't even like a highly trained operative that they raised for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like a random motherfucker that a foreign military came up to and said, this is your handler, this is what the fuck you doing. Go over there and do it.
Just the thing with the cloning the babies, that's if let's just say they do. I don't know if they do, but let's say
they do. A lot of people do.
Let's say they're under.
And they got unregistered hospitals where they doing that.
You know, okay, you know why, but the people don't know why. The reason, the benefits of them cloning babies is because they're not marked.
I was just finna say, you don't exist. So somebody could literally torture you and...
You're not marked.
You was never born. We don't know... Exactly. Thank you. We don't know a crime was committed against you because why? You're not marked. Right.
That's it. And that's
fucked up.
And they could just keep pumping them out. They go and kidnap a kid from Home Depot that they think would match some certain genes and good DNA. And they grab someone else.
Right.
And then they just farm it.
Yes, breed and genetically engineer it.
And that's like getting free drugs.
Right.
To sell forever.
And that's what Epstein was doing. This is why I tell people, respect, we live in a country where people grew up watching too much Maury. Like, y'all be too worried about niggas partying in their social life. Like, I could give a fuck who you partying with. I do not care. Like, America is so caught up on Epstein was partying. Like, nigga, I ain't gonna fuck that nigga's partying. That's not the most dangerous shit he was doing. What he was doing was he was taking submarines and going to third world countries and grabbing 5,000, 10,000 motherfuckers at a time.
And wait. And themselves causing the earthquake.
Yeah.
Them creating the earthquake.
Environmental destruction. That's a crime in itself.
Haiti.
Right. And even more than that, yeah. But nobody bring that shit up. And the third thing, and he did a lot more than this, but something else I got to bring up that's important. All the Big Brother cameras, the doorbell shit on the door, basically the entire infrastructure of security via surveillance as we know it was created by Epstein and put up by the Israeli Mossad. What does that mean? Every time you spin a corner in America, every time you walk through the mall and you on camera, every time you see them videos on Twitter where motherfuckers looking through the doorbells, the United States of America got to ask Israel permission to review that shit. So, like, imagine being monitored and surveillance by people who don't even speak English thousands of miles over a fucking ocean. Because America allowed what probably was a random crackhead off the street to come over here for 30 years, and just because he said he was rich, but you opened your arms to him.
It's all presidents are controlled though.
Most were, yeah.
Except probably the one that got shot, Kennedy. Maybe, I don't know.
No disrespect to Kennedy, and I'm not justifying Kennedy's death, and don't think I would, because I know I have to box the whole fucking America about that. And I wouldn't play with Marilyn Manson either, in the spirit of Marilyn Monroe. I already know my history on Marilyn Manson and Charles Manson and Marilyn Monroe. But I said this. John F. Kennedy ass got shot because he was pillow talking to Marilyn Monroe. And Marilyn Monroe started doing some, no disrespect, some bird ass shit. And she called that man phone talking about, that's why I'm going to tell everybody, that's why I'm going to hold a press conference and I'm going to tell everybody about what y'all doing. And she started threatening that man to divulge government secrets. Whether she was going to go through with it or not, most likely not. But you know how bitches are. Look, I done dated bitch. That's why I'm going to call yo, bro. I'll tell you, you probably ain't going to do it, but you trying to put, but she didn't know that his phone was tapped. So she was talking about, I'm going to tell the people what you told me. And the government was like, bitch, bye. Yeah. That's the last straw. And then they clipped him after.
What, they hit him with one of those?
He shot him in the car, yeah. But my thing is, I would have never told a bitch shit.
Yeah, he gotta know his shit's tapped.
That's what I'm saying. You was the president, nigga.
He played.
I would have told that bitch, listen, bitch, you coming in here to give me some pussy, and we vibing, and you gone. Don't ask me about no aliens, none of that. And that was the first thing she went to. That's why I'm gonna tell the general public that y'all back over to my alien, blah, 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 blah. And nigga, they was like, I was like, bitch, bye. Swoop. And then his ass was next. Swoop.
Do you think this, what we've been talking about, are we putting ourselves in danger for some of this shit?
I ain't in no motherfucking danger because I don't have a government job and I didn't take an oath to secrecy.
Okay, so we're good.
I don't give a fuck if somebody knows me.
Because hold up, because I just
have a knife. Just have a knife. Don't shoot me. I don't want to die. Don't shoot. Don't do no hoe ass shit. Like I said, nigga, have a knife and let's get it in like Elmira. All that I'm saying, like I said, I ain't worried about nothing. But if my day come, nigga, my day gotta come with a knife. Like, so, like I said, I don't play that. But my thing is, I wouldn't have did what JFK did.
Oh no.
I wouldn't have did that as a drug dealer. If you was my plug, every time you come, my bitch gotta go. Every time she gotta leave the room. Cause I'm keeping you safe. So if me and my plug ever go down, you could genuinely take a lie detector test and say you don't know. Yeah. But you in the room every time, I'm pillow talking, I'm fucking, I'm
cool.
Yeah, so what happens when she get on the phone with me and she say, that's why I'm gonna tell everybody that you and your plug did it. Nigga, you might hear that, they kill me and her. Right or wrong, you gonna be like, nigga, fuck this nigga and fuck this. I'm not going to jail for y'all.
Real shit.
Bang, bang. So that's what happened. And motherfuckers don't want to accept that. But that's what happened. And I say this. It need to be mandatory that if you got a government job, you either have to be single. I think you need to be single for sure. You either gotta be single or like you gotta fuck them hoes and get rid of them. Like straight just pay for pussy. All that being in love and pillow talking and telling your bitch what the fuck the sergeants is telling you, that's gonna get you shot every time.
Yeah.
Cause the nigga trusted you, they didn't trust her. You went through training, she ain't go through training. You took an oath. You trusting this bitch with Homeland Security secrets. No.
So
and the ending is here. We only know that JFK did that because that happened in front of the world. Niggas probably do that every day.
Sure.
Niggas do that. It's a detective somewhere right now that got a bitch on his phone. Talking about, that's why I'm gonna call them motherfuckers and tell everybody that you be putting evidence in the
gotta know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like,
for sure.
Like, it's looking real weak right now. You can't have no tender dick ass law enforcement. No disrespect. Law enforcement can't be tender dick.
Yeah.
You can't have no tender dick law enforcement. I mean, like, yeah, like, you can't have no tender dick law enforcement. You got to stand on business.
So my thing is, we're talking about all this fucked up shit that's going on. We mentioned the Pizzagate, we mentioned the island, they're doing the crazy shit, and some people don't know this, but before the Epstein Island, they were doing this at farm fields, like you saying. They've been doing this shit forever.
So long, yeah.
They've always been doing it. But my thing is, why wouldn't Jesus come save them?
Because Jesus ain't real. And that's how they've been doing it for so long, because they told you that your only defense to a specific strike. Listen, people that's waiting on a religious figure to save them, this is my metaphor for you. What if you was about to get into a fight and I said, every time they swing, just don't even move or block. I'm going to jump in and just take the punch. Like, nigga, if I don't jump in and take that punch, a tooth going to fly out your fucking mouth. Like, that's what religion did. It told people not to defend themselves because something going to jump in and defend you. Like, what if somebody told you, it don't matter if you get shot at, I'm going to throw the vest in the way. Don't even put the bulletproof vest on. I'm going to just run out there and block the shots with the vest. That's what that level of spiritual dependency had become.
So basically, it's made to control.
Fuck just control. It's made to make you take more abuse than any human should be allowed to take.
My whole thing is,
underneath the guise of being rewarded for taking it.
This is the part that bothers me. Jesus was Jewish. Why are most Christians anti-Semitic then? That's the part that I don't really understand.
Well, they're anti-Semitic because Jews don't respect Christians for real. Yeah, remember, the Jewish God is not. You know, Jews say Jesus is boiling in excrement. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
If y'all don't know what excrement is, they say he's boiling in shit. Like, Jews don't give a fuck about no Jesus. Like, the prophet of the Torah is Moses. They stumped Jesus' ass out. Like, yeah, like, Jesus don't fly in Israel, you feel me? Man, you grab that wine. Are you right there? Man, you grab that wine, thank you.
What you need?
Yeah, just the wine.
Okay.
Yeah, Jesus don't fly. And goddamn, thank you very much. Jesus don't fly in Israel as like a prophet.
But what's crazy is Christians will do everything they can to protect them.
Right, because that is their prophet. So whoever made that Torah to fuck up, made that based upon Moses being the main character. And they're not giving that up. Whoever wrote that Catholic shit made that shit based upon baby Jesus being the main character. They ain't giving that shit up. Christianity, for some reason, Jesus just skipped teenager and just was grown. They ain't giving that shit up. Then Islam was like, fuck all three of them forms of prophets. We got a nigga that flew in on a donkey. We ain't giving this shit up. So that's what the fuck it really is. People beefing over who the fuck gonna come save them.
Talk about flew in on a donkey.
You got one nigga that got ram horns. Another nigga is a magically born baby. Then he grew up and became a whatever the fuck, right? They call him a master carpenter, whatever the fuck. Then you got another nigga that fly on donkeys.
No disrespect.
And God said, it's not just that's what it say. That's what the fuck that shit say. And God allegedly sent one after the other because the first one, it's like, how many mistakes did God make? So if okay, let's say, I'm sitting a hen on somebody, right? I send the first shooter, they don't do it right. God didn't send 4 shooters. So we waiting on another religion for God to say, okay, I got it right this time. Like, Moses fucked up, baby Jesus fucked up, big Jesus fucked up, Muhammad fucked up, but I got a prophet now that's gonna come get this shit right. It's like, where is my confidence in God's ability to actually send somebody who can successfully do what he told them to do? You're the all-knowing God. You're the almighty God, but you sent 4 failures in a row.
Do you think Jesus walked Earth?
No.
Oh, you don't think he ever
That shit
existed?
motherfucker never existed. It's the big, listen to me. That shit is the most swaggiest lie. Listen to me, what if me and you lied to a motherfucker so good that for generations we convinced their kids to give us their money? What if me and you went to a third world country right now and found some gullible ass poor kids and convinced they ass for the next 4,000 years to pay tithes and give us their money? Because we scared the shit out of them with a bedtime story. That's what religion is, a scary ass bedtime story. That if you fall for that shit enough, you gonna get extorted without a gun. That's what religion is. The ultimate guilt trip. Do this and support this, or you'll be punished by this. Only religious people are people that fear unknown consequence.
They want to secure their afterlife.
Right. The unknown consequence, man. So you just doing what the fuck you think will help you avoid suffering. But when you realize that you wasted 80 years of your life, that's when motherfuckers crash out.
Can you agree though that without religion, shit would be crazier?
No.
No?
Without religion, shit would be insane and normal.
You think?
I know. Religious people are statistically documented to be not only the most mentally and emotionally abusive people in the world. No countries in the world are more violent than religious countries. Ain't this a Christian nation? That's all motherfucking America do is drop bombs. Why they don't drop Bibles? You got that much faith in God, why you don't fly over somebody's shit and say, read this book and let's have peace? No. Islam, Muslims.
Oh yeah.
You know they radical than a motherfucker. Hebrews. Y'all know I can't stand them. Hebrews. Usually you standing on the corner harassing motherfuckers as they walk by. You know what I mean? And all religious people are extremely aggressive. Dangerously aggressive.
Especially when you don't have their beliefs.
Yeah. They like gangbangers. For real, for real. Do gangbangers come to your house and knock at your door and tell you to join the gang? No. But a Jehovah's Witness gonna come right to your house and tell you to join that gang. I ain't never had a motherfucker come to my house and say, you want to join MSF 13? Like, that's never happened. No disrespect. But I've had plenty motherfuckers come to every residence I've ever lived at, except for the one I'm at now. Knock on my door and attempt to turn me into some kind of religion.
My whole thing is this is just because recently the slavery, the most recent slavery with the African Americans that happened. What was it, 400 years it went on? I mean,
they say could have been longer, but yes. Let's just say the American chapter.
Yeah, they were getting skinned. They were feeding their babies to alligators. They were making clothes, wallets out of them, harassing them, R-wording them. If someone was going to come back, it would be at that time, wouldn't it?
Right. A question, something was just divulged that I read and it reminded me to bring it up. Airplane is considered time travel. I want to talk about that because that's true. But yes, at your most, at the peak of brutalization, you would think that even a dog would jump in. You know what I'm saying? Like, right or wrong. Like,
yeah.
And we was outside and me and you outside right now. It's 2:07 a.m. We go outside right now and just pick a motherfucker. We gonna just whoop this nigga ass as bad as we can whoop it. Even if a human don't see it, at least a dog gonna be like, ooh, like get off, like we got to just mash him.
Yeah.
So like you said, at the peak of torture, even something from another dimension didn't say, what the fuck is y'all doing? And I ain't getting nobody out of trouble for American slavery, but American slavery was not the worst form of slavery. Arabic slavery, Islamic slavery, what was and still is the worst form of slavery. Arabs and Jewish people started slavery. I say this all the time. People are mad at white people for slavery. White people jumped in last and got the shortest run. That's like me selling fucking heroin for 20 years. I made all this money. Y'all gonna go arrest this nigga who been selling heroin for 12 days and get a fucking 8-ball. Ounce of heroin, right?
Yeah.
The Muslim community literally started slavery. That's documented. And it was documented to be the most brutal. That's where white people got it from. Copying that motherfucking Muslim. Muslims are still beat niggas to death today. Right out in the street, motherfucker. You go over there right now and get smashed.
For beliefs.
Yes. And because they believe that black is filth.
They don't admit that.
Hell no, they ain't gonna admit that. But the word for filth in Arabic is nijish.
There's a lot of black Muslims nowadays, though.
You know why? Because they was the first to be enslaved. It ain't about nowadays. All of these days, it's been black Muslims. The Moors, Muslims. Ottoman, Turk, motherfucker, Muslims. Black people have been underneath the banner of Islam way before they was underneath the banner of anything else. And that's the truth. And so I feel like, how you gonna ask this white American man for reparations for slavery and skip this rich ass motherfucker in Dubai that got 50 bars of fucking gold on a bitch? Like, yeah, they bringing bitches just throwing gold on bitches.
His toilet's gold.
That's what I'm saying. You gonna skip this motherfucker and come ask this man. And I'm not saying don't ask this man, but respect the order. He hit you last. He hit you first. He started the fight, but you only want to fight the nigga that got the little punch off. This nigga snuffed the shit out you in the club. You don't want no smoke with him, but you want to fight the motherfucker that got the little weak ass hit. No.
Yeah.
The Muslim community and the Jewish community started slavery. Fucked up Egypt. Turned it to a desert. White people jumped in that shit 400 years ago. They've been doing that shit for 4,000 years. Why would I be mad at a motherfucker that's been bothering me for less than a fucking millennium? Versus a motherfucker that's still won't get the fuck out of here now. Black people get mad that we don't have black history here. Who owns the educational system? Muslims and Jews. You could be the most racist of the most racist white American. I know for a fact you have no control over my education because you have no control over your own. So people don't know how to pick their targets properly. That's what it is. They just firing. You got a motherfucker that could hit their target in a crowd of 100 people, and you got a motherfucker that hit 99 people in that crowd and missed their target. And most people is the second person. They just firing. Blah, 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 we want our reparations. Blah, 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 blah. If you want your reparations, start your motherfucking demand with the Muslim community and the Jewish community. Because clearly we know they got it still to this day. Even if white American people had it, they didn't lost it. White American people is homeless just like niggas. The police, as racist as they is making $17 an hour. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, nigga, hey, you fucked up right with me. You ain't rich, motherfucker. You got the same battle that I got. You getting flung, inflicting family court, just like I'm getting flung, inflicting family court. Might give a fuck if you the Grand Wizard of the Clan. Your ass right on child support with this nigga that's a Blood or a Crip or a GD or a Pati. They don't give a fuck. So the thing is, people don't know who the fuck they really supposed to be mad at. Slavery started with the Islamic community and the Jewish community. And then the Pope told the Europeans not to jump in. And they was like, fuck that, we want some of that money. And that's where the word Christian came from. Because they started calling them Cretans and Christians, which means fools and stupid people. And then that developed into Christian. So that's why Catholics don't fuck with Christians. Because they told them not to jump into slavery and they did it anyway.
You think
specifically in 1514.
Do you think the Vatican Church runs mostly everything? Do you think
if they don't run everything, they at least got an ear in the room.
Yeah, they gotta ask before they.
Somebody in the room is probably always reporting what you do to some kind of pastor or priest.
Do you think they rewrote Christianity?
They didn't rewrite it because it was never originally wrote. They made it up. Queen Elizabeth, not the Catholic Church, excuse me. Yes. Queen Elizabeth. As I take this shot of water, we ain't having these hiccups come back. The 17th century, for those of you who may not know, is the 1600s. So I didn't make this shit up. I'm just telling y'all how it goes. For some reason, when you speak about a century, it's the 100 years behind the number. So the 20th century is the 1900s. The 19th century is the 1800s. That's how that shit go. So when I say the 17th century, I'm talking about from 1600 to 1699. During the 17th century, a woman by the name of Queen the fuck Elizabeth decided that she wanted to engage in slavery. She didn't give a fuck what the Pope had to say. She killed her sister Mary, who was a Catholic. By doing that, that made her next up for the throne. And the first thing she did when she came into power behind King Henry was ban and abolish anything that wasn't Christian. And she told King James to write that book. Christianity came 100% from people saying, fuck you, bitch, we going to get money with the money. That's where that shit came from. A bunch of people in Europe was mad as hell that people was building their money off of human trafficking. Building their nations off human trafficking. The Pope said that that's not right. This particular Pope said that's not right, because there have been popes that didn't give a fuck. But this particular Pope said no. And they was like, well, nigga, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And they started assassinating motherfuckers, killing motherfuckers, writing books, turned Jesus grown. This how Jesus got grown. Jesus would have never became grown if Queen Elizabeth ain't kill her sister, steal her sister's spot as the ruler of Europe, and then have a nigga draw this nigga as an adult. There is no grown, there is not one adult image of Jesus before the 17th century. There's not even a teenager version of his ass. There's not even a 13-year-old version of Jesus. Jesus went straight from 2 years old to 33. Due to Queen Elizabeth saying, fuck it, we running it.
You know what's a lot of people reach out and they say, well, what about the Shroud of Turin? Isn't that what it's called? The Shroud of Turin, where the scarf or whatever had some type of picture of a Jesus.
That may be what it was called. I don't have any falsely confirmed. But I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Does that add validity to?
No, that's made up. Trust me when I tell you I know when some shit is made up. I forced the History Channel to admit that the Dead Sea Scrolls is fake. So trust me when I tell you I know if the paperwork ain't right. People went out of their way to tell $1 million lie that they could always profit off. That's what religion is. It's like a super scam story that probably wasn't even meant to last as long as it did. The motherfucker that first told that lie probably didn't even think it was gonna last. You understand what I'm saying? Like they probably like, I'm about to get some.
That bitch lasted.
A bitch lasted. That shit'll last for all. If we don't get rid of this shit, it'll be here for all of eternity, damn near.
Until we get wiped.
Yeah. And there's something from another planet to come perform for forensics and be like, these people was down here waiting on a motherfucker to come that was never gonna come. Like, what the fuck was they on? Looking at us like we crazy.
A lot of people think they want to stage like an alien invasion. Project Bluebeam. I'm sure you've heard of it.
Well, they ain't got to stage that because that happened already. And if they do stage it, it's not going to be alien invasion. It's going to be the return of a religious figure. But they did that. They do this shit already. Go to third world countries with advanced technology and make shit fight in all kinds. Imagine if you grew up in a tribe, right? And you never seen a phone and you go to Disney World. You would think, man, ain't no telling what the fuck's am I gonna make you believe? Disney World buzzing, that shit look real.
Yeah.
You at Universal Studios, the damn T-Rex come out. A motherfucker could tell you that's God. Go pray to that. That's God.
And start worshiping the dinosaurs.
Yeah. Make you worship and pay tithes to it. Like, it's like people are gullible, but it's not their fault. They getting game ran on them from people that's from other sides of the world that got technology and resources that they don't have. Of course, they would believe that shit is divine.
Do you think a one world government's coming? One leader? The entire world? Because I keep seeing 2030 agenda. They want a one world. They want one digital system, one religion.
I believe that. I know that shit is already here. That's what communism is. But that's wrong to a certain extent. Like, how do we know we could trust this one motherfucker?
Yeah.
What's the vetting process to get this one motherfucker all of the power? We already did that with judges and DAs. We know that don't work. So,
it have to be AI.
I trust AI over most of these motherfuckers. Nigga, I'm telling you right now. I trust AI over my mama. Facts. I trust assisting intelligence, as I like to call it, over my mother. I'd rather have a robot secretary help me count my money than my mama. So AI don't sound that bad. It don't seem that bad to me.
So you'd be cool with the one world?
Oh, I'd rather live in a house with a robot than a dog. Yes. I'm not walking you. I'm not picking up your piss or your shit. I'm not your servant. People that own pets don't even know your pet look at you like you was slave. You was worker. You can't go nowhere without this motherfucker. You gotta clean up after them. You gotta deal with it. They attitude, bark. You gotta have patience for them. Motherfuckers got patience for these animals that they don't even got for actual humans. Your bitch will cuss you the fuck out. She'll never cuss that little ugly ass dog out. And I'm just making this up. I ain't saying that this is true, but
yeah,
most motherfuckers, oh, it's the dog. You ain't getting talked to like that at all. You a grown ass man that pay bills and you getting, what? Give me a minute. But the dog, immediate service. So it's like, yo, like people have even demoted themselves consciously there. Animals probably think they run the fucking world. Because they do. If you a pet owner, clothing the motherfucker, I mean, you know I ain't lying. Motherfuckers dressing it.
Yeah.
The dog got more outfits. Motherfuckers send more money and more clothes to animals than they do prisoners. Animals get more packages. You know why I ain't lying? Animals get more mail and they get more doctor visits than humans. The average pet owner brought their pet more clothes than they brought another human. The average pet owner had financially supported the medical life of their pet more than they've done another human. Animals have become more important than a grown ass man.
This stems into the question I'm about to ask you right here.
Yeah.
Do you think the world is filled with a lot of NPCs?
I like that word because I used it before. Yes.
They just don't have. They weren't born with. They kind of just. They're just in a blank avatar.
Right, but that's still not as dangerous as being a piece of shit. I think the world is just filled with pieces of shit. Because you can not know what's going on for real, but still be a virtuous person or be somebody we don't mind being around. So I think the world is just beyond corrupt. Because don't nobody never really get in trouble for shit they should. You know, like I said, I never put nobody in jail, but the point is like, for example, if I was a teacher and you was my student and you was a kid, like, and I have taught in schools, I have got checks from the Board of Education, so I can say this. I wouldn't have cared if you was like, shut the fuck up. Like, I would have laughed and been like, all right, nigga, now do your homework. Like, yeah. Everybody be going back there like, I'm not gonna kick you out my class, man. But like, imagine you damn near evil. And I call home and I say, how you doing, Mrs. Such and Such? I just want to tell you that, you know, your son did this, that, and then your mother cussed me the fuck out. That right there is the mentality that raised 347 million Americans. The I don't give a fuck what my people did. Fuck you. And that's what gotta stop. Cause I wouldn't even do that with my own kids. I'm gonna defend my kids all the way, but like, they gonna know like certain shit I better not never hear you did that. Yeah. And same thing with me. You better not never hear I did that. Other than that, we rocking. Right. I don't want to hear about my son graping nobody. Yeah. You can call my phone like, we seen him smoking weed. You know what I mean? Like, he was rolling him up. You know what I mean? But if you call my phone and be like, man, he Jeffrey Dahmer the bitch. I gotta pull him up. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I say this. The world we live in today, there is no accountability because the people in power is not only abusing their power, they're allowing others to abuse their power. It's just the truth. Who the fuck? Police right now could gun us down tonight. Never will go to jail. But if we gun somebody ass down, we gone. DA fucked up on your paperwork. Gave you 40 years. Came when you was 35 years in and told you they made a mistake. Why they not going down for official misconduct? In that minimum, going to do every day that you did. And that's where we at.
Is there a way out of it?
Execution. You know what I would recommend? Grab they ass, get they ass a fair and speedy trial. If you got a government job, you are mandated to enter a federal courtroom. At minimum, you can't go in no courtroom below federal level. You might be in the military tribunal and execute that motherfucker. Right in front of the world. Or that bitch right in front of the world.
People stop.
Yeah, because once you, listen to me, kids that don't get their ass whooped do the same shit every day. Kids get their ass whooped, kids who know your parents gonna whoop your ass, stop. Bad as hell, kids that's bad as hell, that's viceful as hell. It's like that because nobody stepping in saying I'm gonna whoop your ass. And then the people that will whoop their ass, they don't do that shit in front of. Like motherfuckers wild when they substitute teacher. They don't do that shit with their regular teacher. You know what I mean? You know who and who. So it's like it even got that finesse where a motherfucker let me go to this country so I could do some shit I ain't supposed to do because I know I can get away with it over there. Fuck it. Like it just got diabolical. And then 80% of our government is non-American. So let's not forget that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like who's getting in trouble around here for corruption when we're controlled 80% by motherfuckers that's not from around here? And I said this and I'm gonna end this here. I say this all the time. At least white people are from America. Like at least even if you was living next to like the most racist motherfucker you could think of, at least that motherfucker is from over here. At least you arguing with a motherfucker that's considered your countryman or countrywoman. But in reality, we're being governed by motherfuckers that's not from over here. You're not from over here. You're not born and raised over here. We don't know how the fuck you got dual, triple, quadruple citizenship. You in the court passing laws and passing bills. Nobody signed off. You just doing shit. Like if Obama could have 8 years as a president, as a foreigner, do y'all know how many senators, judges, and DAs is foreigners? Right. And nobody really understands. Another thing too is 90% of our scientists is foreigners. Am I knocking foreigners? No. But a foreigner ain't gonna give a fuck about your shit the way you gonna give a fuck about it. Right or wrong. So that's what the fuck gotta stop. And if that don't stop, it's gonna get worse and worse and worse until you get invaded. Then you ain't gonna know who invading you. Sure. Yeah, you ain't gonna know who. Cause you got so many motherfuckers in the pot, you ain't gonna know who hit you. That's why I be telling people all the time, like, no disrespect. People be like, fuck the police. What do you think the police do for real? Stop foreign invasions. When they bored, they come down and fuck with people in the inner cities. That's when they bored. They ain't got shit to do. But for real, the police is making sure somebody don't come over here from another country and infringe on your pursuit of happiness, according to the United States Constitution. You get rid of them. That's like Peyton Manning get rid of his line. Right. But what if Peyton Manning's whole line was already foreign and he didn't know? So what if all the police is already like non-Americans and we just didn't know? Now let's go look at the background of all the police in America. Most of them is not American. Even the white police. The motherfuckers don't be American. The motherfuckers be from Dutch. The motherfuckers be from all kinds of shit from NATO. They don't be American. But why is the number one lawyers in America Jewish? If you go to Israel, is the number one lawyer in Israel American? Fuck no. I gotta say like I'm from the South. Fuck no, shawty. So why is the number one lawyer over here a motherfucker that's not American? And that's how much power America really got. When you get to the bottom of that answer, and I'm passing it back to this gentleman.
Just a couple more before we go. Can you give anyone, because I know we've touched on not necessarily negative subjects, but just the raw truth of it. Can you give someone some type of peace of mind on why it is okay when they die or when a family member dies?
Because it's gonna happen anyway. So accept it, mourn, yes, but do not make yourself sick or suicidal or psychologically in a carcinogen or cancer-based state, denying reality. Because whether it happened naturally or violently or peacefully, is going to happen to all things that have a heartbeat. So you should only have a problem with the process of how it happens, not the fact that it's going to happen. I know for a fact I'm not going to be breathing one day in this body. I just don't want to get killed by no damn drunk driver.
Right.
Or no fuck ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
Some bullshit.
Yeah, so my thing would be, you can't deny reality, man. You're not going to be here forever. And if you start doing that, you're going to become one of them transhuman motherfuckers who want to put their consciousness in a robot or some shit. Because you not respecting that temporary pleasures don't bring long-term happiness.
Do you think that people that died on some bullshit, like you said, drunk driver, those are the people that become ghosts because they can't?
They probably became a vengeful demon. You don't know what a motherfucker lost. Motherfucker might just had a newborn baby, and you clipped his ass, drunk driving. Who the fuck want to die on accident? Yeah. I know this shit might sound extreme, but like I would 100% rather die in a straight war than die on a roller coaster. The motherfucker flew off this. Damn.
You'd be mad as hell.
Like I don't want to die on accident.
Yeah.
Like how did this guy die? Nigga was riding the bike. The damn wheel fell off. He fell off a cliff while he was what they shit called. People be riding them bikes in them rural areas. You know what I'm talking about? On the mountains and shit. They be mountain lions on the sides. And like, I don't want to die on no stupid ass like that.
No.
Yeah.
So you think that might be what ghost is? Like why there's
Well,
ghosts?
people become ghosts because they have unfinished business. On top of the fact you may not respect or honor the way that you died. You might come back and be like, what the fuck just, what? Hell no, I ain't go like that. But you did, and you don't want to accept it. And then whatever you're attached to and you feel like you're leaving behind, you might want to watch it. Like I said, motherfucker might got a kid. I know I would. If I die earlier than I was supposed to, I'll make sure I stay here till my kids was at least 18. Let me float around this motherfucker till my kids they ain't let me hit, ain't let me strike, ain't let me be a angry poltergeist. Let me throw shit and fling, push motherfuckers. For sure. Yes.
Do you think they're dodging the light, the ghost?
Or maybe they can't get to it because everything is fucking concrete. Maybe light can't touch them. Government playing with weather machines, playing with CERN. Spiders spinning webs everywhere. It's 30 hours in a day. They telling us it's 24. Blue lights and shit. Ultra lights and shit. Maybe you don't know what light is the real light. Who the fuck knows what it looks like from that side? It's so much interference. How we know the world ain't loud as hell to a ghost? How we know you just don't hear cars and motors and airplanes all day? You don't know what the fuck you hear? Cause you hear everything. Like me and you in the house right now. Animals are outside. You know what the fuck it sound like all day to an animal? Crazy probably sound good. Animals probably be like, what the fuck is going on with this race? We arguing all day, cussing each other out all day. Somebody car loud as hell, train loud as hell, airplane loud as hell. And you got to survive that for at least 12 to 15 hours every day. But noise with a volume that does not ever go down. A conversation you can't ever change. I ain't gonna lie, that's one of the things I hated about prison. Having to hear a nigga mouth all day. I don't want to hear that shit all day. Yo, man, I was fucking that bitch. Who rah 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 dee rah 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 rah. No, bad in my mind. I used to be like, just teleport me the fuck away from these motherfuckers. But that's probably how animals feel. So I say this: we never know if a ghost could touch the light, we should ask it. Does it need help crossing over or transitioning?
Do you think that, because I mean, I've watched, I definitely know ghosts are real.
Right. Me too. I've had experiences, yeah.
Like you can set up those little machines and then you can have it talk and it'll enter like a frequency and spit out a word or two. Like they're there.
So imagine what a spider could do with its web. Because that's where humans got the technology from. Playing with the spider. I said this to somebody earlier. Every haunted house or scary movie you watch where it's a ghost, what's the first thing you see? Spider webs. You ever seen a nice ass haunted vegan garden? Hell nah. You ever seen a haunted Kroger's? Hell nah. Spiders channel spirits through their webs because their web is a metallic wire. It's a phone.
Why don't we exterminate them? Or would I get in trouble for saying that?
You ain't gonna get in trouble for saying it. I was just gonna say, well, that's why I support Hitler. Hitler tried it. And America and Israel thought it would be important enough to keep an extraterrestrial around. I agree.
I know Hitler and his team, they built their rockets off talking to demons. How could someone, is that like a real thing? You think you could gain information from demons, or is that just?
Well, who's to say it was a demon? I'm not saying it was angelic or demonic, but we wasn't there. What I will say is governments talk this shit all the time that they don't tell us that we talking to. But as long as Hitler ain't support that spider, I don't give a fuck what he was talking to. Whatever the fuck he was talking to that was telling him fuck them spiders, where is that so I could talk to his ass about it? You know what I mean? Like, that spider is the ultimate demon. What was Hitler talking to that was worse than what the fuck America and Israel was talking to? Not a damn thing. There's nothing on this planet more dangerous than a fucking tarantula or a black widow. Period. And even if Hitler built a rocket talking to a spirit, there's only so much that spirit could do. It's a spirit. The spider is physical. That motherfucker will come and get you.
If you seen one in your house, what are you doing?
What, a spider?
Yeah.
Oh, they killed on sight. I don't play that. On sight, you kill those and kill it. Because if not, it's going to double back and crawl in your mouth when you sleep and murk you down the line. Spiders is like OGs. They play the long game. They hit down the line. Them shits live for 300, 400 years. They don't rush their attacks. If you ever tried to kill a spider, even if you just injured it, if that shit got away, I'm telling you, that shit that came back and did something to you. Whether you noticed it or not. Trust me when I tell you that. Them shits play the long run game. Them shits is their striking style is sabotage. It's not like a dog. Like a dog will run through here and knock shit over. A spider a motherfucking cause an electrical fire in your house. Shit'll go in the walls and fuck your wires up on purpose and set your whole shit on fire. That's how them shits hit. Them shits hit damn near how a divisive ass human to hit. Them shits just calculated like that.
And now, I know you're vegan and you watch what you eat. I want to know the real reasons. Last question. Why do they poison us with food? Like what? Because I understand healthcare. They want people to get sick.
They put spider eggs in them so they can hatch in your body, and then they lie and tell you got cancer, when really you got hundreds to thousands of spiders crawling around you. And they incubate vaccines in spider eggs. So the real question is, what is the United States government obsession with introducing extraterrestrial offspring into the biology of humans on this planet? That's the question. That's why I don't eat meat. Because the government purposely puts the FDA approves of shit that they know is contaminated with eggs from a fucking extraterrestrial. That's the most scariest shit that I could. Well, what's more reckless than that? Yeah. That ain't like we dropped something on the floor and was like, and ate it. Like, you know for a fact that an alien is laying his eggs in his dead ass cow and you still sell it. You are a super piece of shit.
So it's deeper than just money.
Yeah, they are allowing the general public to be medicinally infected and influenced by foreign species. Facts.
So I know their main point is they don't want us all elevating our conscious.
Yeah, because depression and suffering is a frequency that they're using to feed vital entities.
Loosh.
Right. Got to be in a state of suffering for big loosh.
They don't know that one.
Right. That's another one for another interview. As we roll this one, let's go.
Yeah. Appreciate everyone if you made it this far. Shout out to Pharaoh, man. Did his motherfucking thing on this one for sure. Hopefully we could get it in again. Maybe we could work something out.
We damn sure gonna get it in again. Telling him that right now in front of y'all. We gonna get it in again. We gonna work something out. So, set it up, and I will be here more often than not.
What's your TikTok?
YOUNGPHARAOH. T as in truth, M as in mastery. So my TikTok is Young Pharaoh TM.
Instagram.
Young_Pharaoh TM. And if you go to any one of my social medias and click my link in bio, has all the rest of them. My Twitter is basically all of my social medias are Young Pharaoh TM. Even my Snapchat, excuse me. My only social media that is Young_Pharaoh TM is my Instagram. That's because somebody took my damn name. So
yeah, y'all go follow him. Appreciate y'all.
It's literally.
Do it.